All right, so we are back. Okay. Yeah, so hopefully we're gonna get some villager trading done. Kind of good luck with that at the moment, it seems. Been having some problems with it. So we'll see how it goes. Don't have much faith, but we'll see. And I think if we can't do any villager trading, we'll be probably running around getting iron or going over to the new area, the Elderwood, and running around there. I don't know yet. I haven't quite decided. I just do know that the game's been bugging on me. So, worst case, we'll sign off of this stream and pop over into Minecraft. We'll find out. It'll all work out in the end. Okay. Let's see, since I can't do Zeke yet, about solving the second riddle. Open the door. This quest's got me sighing hard. I've been having problems with them lately. So yeah, we'll find out. Been having problems with a lot of this game. I did notice that the most recent update has definitely made it more stable to play on the Steam Deck. Oh, speaking of, we're gonna message Elusive. Because they still have not fixed that um I can't access chat on the Steam Deck. And I haven't been on the computer in a while. I can spell. There we are. I felt bad because, yeah, Elusive did message me a few times. But I hadn't responded, so... Or at least once. I remember at least once. And I was like, oh... I can't say anything. Okay. I'm starting to think that thing's gonna be a Google question here. Yeah. Let's go. Unless anybody watching can tell me how to do this. This is getting a little ridiculous. Open the door quest. Okay. Let's see. There's a house. Yeah, I did that one. The key you hold shows a third. Okay. Theorize the journey again and select the answer involving thirst and water. Both you will agree that searching for water sources in the area. Make your way to the. Oh! Okay, so that answers that. Okay. And she didn't respond. I'm okay with that. I do have. There's a lot of Morning Star and subsequent related names I've noticed. But this isn't a fountain. It says go to the fountain, but this isn't a fountain. Read old inscription. Oh, this isn't a fountain. Whoever wrote that, I don't know, might not know what a fountain is, but that's a sculpture. And okay, solve the third riddle. I missed, and it's not bringing it back. Um, find the item mentioned in the riddle that compresses the sands of time. And it looks like it just wants a pearl. That I do have. Gotta go back and get the pearl. Really nice if I could just see what it said again, but no. And what if people are like slower readers? Like nothing against people that read a little slower, but like that was just me. Usually you can reread them. Oh yeah. Got that money. gatherable. I guess it's in mid. No, it's right there. Return to Gina. Alright. Okay. Gotta go return to Gina. She's like way out there. Oh, this is pretty. You're so pretty. I'm remembering why I don't wear necklaces and fake nails. This is not something I inherently wanted to remember. So then I feel bad because people buy me jewelry. Well.
I have a question. Every decision you've ever
Oh, hey,
made.
how's it going?
Just me, huh?
Do it chats. It's kind of weird sometimes that Hecla sees taking care of me as her oneness. She was made for the purpose of taking care of human children.
Huh?
She saw me, and I guess her wires just got kind of crossed. Explain your findings. So you're saying that the statue in the middle of town was actually a fountain. Okay, it was a fountain. But now it's not. But the article did not say that, it just said fountain. And the clue about requiring a thirst for something more was the water in the fountain. Yep. Okay, so when you got to the fountain, there was another clue. It said the door we've been trying to open is an old library, and I need to put a stone that represents the sands of time into the hilt of the key to open the door. And you deduce the stone must be a pearl, since a pearl is made of sand plus pressure over time. Yeah. Well, I guess there's no harm in trying it out. Now let me just slip the pearl into the key. Here we go, and voila. Why don't you go open the door since you did all the work? Gotta go open the door. Is this the door, though? Beware, Singularity 6 will never ask for your password. Most places will never ask for your password unless you're logging in. It's like, well, you know, username and password. Ooh, I like this. It's all sorts of eerie. There is a library. Oh, where did my questing stuff go? I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Okay. Suppose we'll find out. Nothing pots. Ooh. I really do like the libraries. Like in real life. Or IRL or whatever. My own personal library. Ooh, what's this? Once upon a time, there was a bright little girl named Raina. Raina loved to dance and dreamed of one day dancing among the stars. But sadly, the stars were too far away and Raina was too little. She asked her mother, the village shoemaker, "Mother, how can I dance with the stars? They are far away and I am far too little." Mother told Raina, "To dance among the stars, you must make the right shoes." "But how could I make the right shoes?" "You must make them with flow," her mother replied with a smile. Unfortunately, the moons were jealous of Raina. "Look at that girl dancing. If all the people watch that girl dancing all night, they will never look at me again," said Ignis. So the jealous moon took the girl's silver shoes, and she fell and fell until she wound up where she is today, as a cluster of constantly dancing stars. Huh. It's interesting. Almost resembles my room with all the books. Okay. What is this? It's all boarded up. This is not... We're supposed to go in here? Maybe I glitched and it's not gonna let me do... Oh, read? I can read another thing. Once upon a time, when only Grand Ignis hung in the sky, there lived deep in a quiet forest a small Kitsu. Like all Kitsu, she loved shiny things. And so one midsummer evening, as she tracked a shimmer fly in the air with her eyes, her gaze lifted up to the skies, where she caught sight of the moon. "Oh my, how bright, how beautiful!" she exclaimed, to no one in particular. Her eyes sparkled in the moonlight as she contemplated how to collect a piece of Ignis for herself. She scampered through the forest until she found the tallest tree. Scrambling past startled Mujinin as she climbed and climbed and climbed. Once she reached the top, she saw that the forest she had thought her spacious home was just a small patch of trees in a much larger landscape. As she looked up hopefully at the moon with her ears perked up, she realized it seemed just as far as it had when she had been on the ground. The tips of her ears drooped, just a little. But as she dropped her gaze from the sky, she saw a cliff off in the distance, taller than the tree on which she perched. And so off she went, scampering down the tree and over toward the cliff in the distance. As she got closer and closer, she realized just how big a task she had ahead of her. The cliff rose higher and higher until at last she was at its base, looking up at an incline that seemed to reach all the way to the very same moon she wanted to catch. The Kitsu puffed up her chest and started to climb. Onward and onward she ran. Upward and upward she climbed. And yet further and further the moon seemed to be. As she got close to the edge of the cliff, the Kitsu flopped down in exhaustion and bewilderment, for she was no closer to the moon than she was a cliff's height ago. Drained of all her energy, the Kitsu slept for a while, and when she woke from her well-earned slumber, it was light out, and the moon, while still beautiful, was not the only light illuminating the landscape. There was so much to see. The little Kitsu had not realized how vast the world was, and how much there was in it. As she scurried along the cliffside, the mossy side she had climbed gave way to a darker, sharper edge. She slowed to a careful crawl, and peering over the edge, she saw that the cliffs here ended by plunging into a soft bed of sand. punctuated by the occasional rock formations. Every so often, one of the formations burst forth with a geyser shooting into the sky, and as she watched one erupt, she realized she was looking up at the top of it. Gasping with delight, she took a deep breath, puffing out her chest once more, and waited for the geyser to drop below her. Before she could change her mind, she gathered up all of her tiny courage and flung herself over the edge as the geyser erupted once again. As the Kitsu was launched into the air, she had a moment of vertigo as she flipped head over tail, tail over head, with a splash of sideways. Almost almost overwhelmed by the dizziness, she channeled her inner Silverwing and spread her limbs taut, so her thick fur could stretch out and catch the air, letting her gently hover above the peak of the geyser. Up and up again she bobbed as she looked around in the bubbling excitement that quickly fizzled as the novelty wore off. She was high, higher than she had ever been before, but the moon looked no closer than it had on the cliff or in the tree. She was closer to an expansive body of water than she had ever seen before than the moon she had been admiring this whole time. The ocean glistened all over as it undulated in the wind, so vast she couldn't see its entirety. And while she had to admit that it was beautiful, her heart was still set on the moon, and it still seemed impossibly far. In fact, it was hard to keep her beloved moon in sight as she bobbed up and down, up and down. She couldn't stay here forever, as relaxing as it was. She was still stretched taut. As she contemplated her next move, she saw a mountain whose peaks disappeared into the clouds. Surely that was where she would be able to meet the moon. So she pondered and plotted, and the next time the geyser shot her into the air, she aimed herself at the mountain, stretching her paws as far as they would go, and then stretched just a bit farther than that, and glided as best she could towards the nearest geyser. And so she made her way, geyser to geyser, shooting up, sailing through the air, bit by bit, towards the mountain off in the distance. Eventually she found herself landing amongst the trees growing from the base of the mountain. Puffing up her chest one last time, the fur on her chest rippling with energy, she began to climb once more. And I need more coffee. She scampered across the ground. She scurried up the trees. She climbed small cliffs. She glided through the air until one day, as the sun was setting, she broke through the last of the trees and found nothing else above her. As the last of the wash of pinks and oranges faded from the sky and the moon brightened above her, she knew she had made it. She reached the top. Her ears twitched as she looked up triumphantly to greet the moon. And yet it was just as far as it was before the mountain, the geyser, the cliff, the tree. It looked the same as when she had first laid eyes on it. She looked around desperately for something, somewhere even higher than she was now. But there was nothing to be found. There was nowhere higher she could explore. The Kitsu deflated in defeat. Crestfallen, she returned home to her forest, her head hanging low, ears drooped heavily, tail dragging in the moss. Night after night, she aimlessly wandered around and around and around until one night she stumbled upon a small clearing. Startled, she looked up and saw the moon, as distant as ever. In despair, she collapsed in a puddle of fur on the ground and began to cry. She begged for someone, anyone, to help her reach the moon. I have climbed to the tallest tree, she exclaimed. I have scaled the tallest cliff, she shouted. I have ridden the tallest geyser, she wailed. I have conquered the tallest mountain, she howled. I just want to be friends, she whispered, exhausted. She rested her weary head on her paws and let her tears form tiny rivers down her face, across her toes, and into the ground, where they began to form a pool. Her pleas echoed far and wide, eventually reaching the three ancients. The phoenix, preoccupied with saving her nosy, wayward people, did not hear her appeals. The chimera, his far and quiet solitude broken, He turned to face away from the chittering noise and watched instead the technological marvels his inventive and clever people had begun to develop. But the dragon, still in its youth and without its own people, could remember what it was like to yearn, as its own nebulous yearning had brought it into being not many years ago. But that is another story for another day. And so the dragon took pity on the poor Kitsu, gathering the dust of the stars and shaping a small humble moon in its claws, carefully balancing it in the sky above the pool that had formed from her tears. And as the pool grew large enough that the Kitsu's paws were dipped in it, her tears began to trickle as they fell directly into the water. Startled by the sound, the Kitsu looked up, and lo and behold, she saw the reflection of Luna staring back at her. "Why, hello," she explained happily, circling the edge of her pool around and around, while the moon stayed center and full, beaming back at her in delight. The dragon spoke then, its voice a deep rumble that she could feel throughout her fur and whiskers. "Your new companion," it explained, "will wander just as you have wandered, but will always return just as you have returned. You are no longer alone," and as it watched the Kitsu settle down into a happy, peaceful slumber lit by the two moons, it began to contemplate its own loneliness. But alas, that is yet another story for yet another day. That was cute. I liked that one. Better than the shoes. Dancing in the stars. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Am I supposed to get up there? I don't think I can. Yeah. Oh, it just says Gina found the other half. Okay. I didn't even have to. Well, I got a good story out of it. That's the important part. It's not the journey, but the destination. And hopefully I'll be able to meet Zeke and go do whatever that is. Return to village. Ugh. The lighting was weird. I did not like that. Mm-mm. So I guess this is supposed to probably be the pool. 'Cause if I remember correctly, I am... Yeah, near Pond Ruins. Yeah, I didn't think I could, but never hurts to try. Exactly. I need these. I don't remember what I needed them for, but I do know I needed them. Gotta go find stuff. Gotta go find stuff. I think these are normal butterflies, but... Yeah, common butterflies. There, so I can keep track of them. And in the meantime, I'll just run around. I do need to level up my bug catching, so I'll do that for a little bit. Sorely tempted to cut down trees. but I must resist. Seek shop. I would have thought that there would have been bugs around there. I'm not a huge fan of the bug catching, but I'm even less of a fan of the fishing mechanic. Really don't like that. But I probably should. Oh look, there's a bug. Catch the bug. You know what? I think my fishing is already at... Oh, events. Ends in 0 days? Oh, wow. It'll come back every month. I wonder if they'll have different stuff, though. No. Okay. Oh, here we are. Yeah, my fishing is 10. Oh, it's almost 6. It is 6.
You want something?
Only the bestest at my store. Alright, let's do a chat real quick. Please try to distract Sifu for me. She keeps wanting to arm wrestle. My paws can't take it anymore. I'm ready to liberate a flow battery. Sure you're ready to start? Let's do this. After you. Oh, let's see, let's see. This is fun. Let's find out. Find a way to distract Eshi. That is not very descriptive. Hold on, I've got to... Okay. Alright.
Oh,
Chat.
time for a break.
Amber, welcome, welcome. Please do enjoy the party. At least one of us has to.
You're always welcome at
That's sad.
City Hall.
How are you, dearie?
I'm not sure I've seen Kenny or Eshi talk to each other all night. Such a shame that.
Be good out there, dearie. Hi, hi, hi.
Ugh, old people parties are so boring. Hey, you want to try to catch some bugs in the yard or something? Sounds like a great idea. Great, meet you at the... Oh crap, Mom's looking this way. We better do it later. Bummer.
See ya.
Okay.
Need
I
some
have
heavy lifting?
not seen him at all. The cray stuff's delicious.
Hmm.
Oh, hey, Amber.
I'm always here to help.
Try the gray stuff. It's delicious. I'll eat.
You're just gonna stand there?
Sorry, it's bad enough they do this every year. I don't know why I have to get dragged along every time. These things are so boring. I know a way to spice things up. Yeah, and what did you have in mind? Well, I saw some fireworks. Oh man, yes. Here, take these matches and make something happen tonight, okay?
Fine. Bye.
Yes. Eat. Can't eat anymore.
Care to join me?
Phoenix child, I hope you are having a pleasant evening. I know I am.
This chat has been
Alright, so
lovely.
yeah, they don't really have anything interesting to say, even though you can apparently open stores while they're here. I mean, businessmen are businessmen, right? Okay, so we got matches.
What brings you around here?
The grub at these things is always top notch, but can't say Kennedy's got great taste in music. If only he had a different record. Found this in one of the boys' room. Maybe it'll liven things up.
See you later, hot potato.
Oh, music, fireworks. We're gonna make some stuff happen today. See if we can get the dog in on this. Wolf. Tau pants happling gives your hand a lick. And don't even get like bonus, whatever you call it, reputation. As close as I get.
Oh, goody. Another
I see
interruption.
you arrived with Zeki, and that you haven't given me an update on my request yet. I could use your help. Could you now? And what exactly might I be able to help with? Distracting Eshi. I see. I won't ask why you need a distraction, but it just so happens that she and I are rather good friends, and I've been meaning to ask her about her new curtains. You have roughly 20 minutes, after which I can make no promises on how riveting the conversation will continue
A
to be.
curious mind can be wonderful.
Interesting.
Or terrible.
That book looked like it was a thing you can read.
Anything fun going on?
No idea how you talked Kalari into being an accomplice, but good job. Got the key right here. Come on, let's get out of here. I know exactly where she's keeping the battery. If you got anything that could be interpreted as evidence of our little escapade, I'll be taking that too for our safety, you know. I'll grab the battery and meet you back at your plot. Oh. That was it? I didn't get to light off the fireworks or do none of that? That was wildly disappointing, actually.
You want something?
Pleasure doing business with you. I'll see you at the temple. Wait, what? You didn't think I was gonna stay behind on this little adventure, were you? The way I see it, I did all the work to procure this little battery. and then half the work to pre-procure it.
Ooh.
I'd say that warrants me a little access, don't it? And really, a big temple like that's a cultural resource. It belongs to all of us. So see you there. Don't be late.
You'll be back.
Okay. Let's see. Dear Amber, thanks so much for unlocking the library. I got wrapped up in reading the awesome books. I forgot to eat again. So Hecla made me some stuffed mushrooms, and I thought it would only be right for me to share my delicious mushroom bounty. Dude, stuffed, or not stuffed mushrooms, but fried mushrooms. That sounds so good right now. Okay, so we want to go this way. Fried mushrooms sound so good. Got a water. I gotta look at that one. So I think that this is really funny because I'm actually growing cotton, like, in my yard, in real life. I'm gonna try to harvest it, process it, and spin it. We're gonna see how that goes. I don't have a ton of faith, but, you know, it'd be cool. Weed. Okay. Can't fill your watering can here, I know. My floor gremlin has made an appearance. All I get is a Hello, hello, welcome. Okay, gotta go meet Seki in the mysterious temple. And everybody else. Everybody's in on this. Silver Ween. Yeah, I'm doing the quests. I've only been playing for like about a week now. And I'm actually surprised how far I've gotten, but I've logged an awful amount of hours on this game. I am completely hooked and obsessed. The floor goblin can concur with this. Yeah, I just hear from my bed. And for those just tuning in, the floor goblin or the floor gremlin is my child, and she actually she told me, I want to be referred to in your streams as the floor gremlin. So I'm not being mean. I swear. I swear, I'm not being mean. Wait, why is it leading me this way? Oh. Oh. That is far. We can do a little harvesting on our way. I'm okay with that. I'm learning my way around. Oh, you can climb that? I bet. Let me go see. What is the point to climbing this anyway? Is there something over there? Nope. Fine. The game can be that way. Let's see if I care. I'm not disappointed. You're disappointed. I like finding those chests. I was really hoping it was going to be one of those chests. Floor gremlin's being weird. Floor gremlin's supposed to be asleep, or at least laying down to go to sleep. Ah. Okay, floor gremlin is excused. But floor gremlin needs to get ready for bed then. And not with my blanket, because I'm going to steal it back. We've got thousands of blankets in this house. I mean, as an exaggeration, thousands. But, like, you don't have to take my blanket, the one I sleep with. Kid's fixing to be a kleptomaniac. Anything's better when I steal it from people. Okay, I know I can get up there. Why? Whatever. Someone's being weird. Is excited about putting feats out there on the internet. I did not teach that to the floor gremlin, though. I mean, probably had a part to play in that. Yeah, I mean, jokingly, like, kind of, like, every once in a while my feet kind of end up in the stream because the dogs are right underneath my desk. But floor gremlin needs to go to bed. Yeah, if you don't want to, like, question why on a daily basis, like, kids are not something you do. So I very, very frequently find myself asking why. Why? Just why? Why plaster your feet on the internet? Okay. Enter ruins. Let's see what this is. we're gonna go talk to you.
Be quiet.
Salutations. What's next? You both came? Absolutely. As I mentioned, I need to make sure my sister doesn't get into trouble. And I want to see the look on her face when I'm proven right. Even if there is a member of Class Avis similar to the Silverwing, I highly doubt it has magical abilities. What is Zeki doing? Reconstructing that bizarre human device. He claims it may have some sort of teleporter. I've never seen mention of anything like that in any human texts. If it's real, perhaps it could bring us closer to my scientific catharsis. How are you going to prove you're right? Well, I had a thought. It'd be great if you could bring me any evidence you find around the temple, particularly any biological accounts of the Silverwing. They should help me get my point across.
If you want to keep chatting, try the
Okay.
tavern.
What do you have to
Is
say?
it a hoax or a
Oh,
truth
good to see you.
have yet to discover?
You both came?
Oh.
Of course we did. I want Kalari to witness any paranormal proof in this formidable fortress with her own eyes. She'd never believe me if she didn't see it firsthand. After all, a single feather or egg just won't do. What's Zeki up to? He told Kalari and I to wait over here while he fixed something. What is he hiding? I have many theories. Perhaps he is just stealing parts from that whatever it is. How are you going to prove you're right? I'm glad you asked, my paranormal pal. This is my big chance to prove to Kalari that there are endless possibilities afoot. If you could bring me any evidence you find around the temple, that would be splendid. And especially something involving magic, bring to me, that way I can explain it to Kalari.
Let me know if you find any interesting who's-its.
Oh, that's interesting. Go away. Go away. I know those things. What's this one? There. Click that. See, chat.
I'm not getting any younger here.
You find something? What are you looking for here? Let's make a deal. If you find any treasure in this place, I promise I'll make it worth your while. How do free Zeki coins sound? Like I'm getting a bad deal. Fine, you want money? I'll give you money. Bring any loot you find and we'll trade. Yeah, I'm onto him. How's it going? Just fantastic, pal. At least it was before those two walked in and started bickering non-stop. I've only seen one other fight over a bird get this intense, and that was between two Gramelkin on a deserted island. Do they always fight like this? I've been stuck listening to them go back and forth since pretty much the whole time I've known them, and that's a pretty long time. With parents like theirs, let's just say I get why. What are you doing over here? When we got here, this flowstone gate was already bashed up. Someone didn't want people getting to whatever's on the other side. I bet it's pretty valuable. Lucky for you, I was just about fixing it. Think you can help me switch it on? What's wrong with it? It needs a more human touch. I mean that literally. Your people locked it to their flow signatures.
Got some stuffs I need to take care of.
Alright. Flowstone Gate works to life. Oh, use Flowstone Gate. is this? Solve the door puzzle. Loot. Can only you can only carry one egg at a time? This egg. It happened today. I went to take the flow gate out of the facility for lunch and discovered it had been cut off from the other side. I had my suspicions something was amiss when the foreman appeared. Were they protecting us from the worst, intentionally sabotaging our facility? The only clues I have are the mysterious sliding mural and instructions not to let anyone lay a finger on it. Breaking the news to the team will be unpleasant. Hopefully your studies can distract us while someone comes to our rescue. I wouldn't have high hopes of that.
I'm not.
Trapped again. Look, I make it my business not to go get entangled in other people's personal business. But those two could use a talk. Things have been getting tenser than usual between them. They're smart folks, and if you calm them down, I bet they could get us out of here. Plus, and don't tell them I said this, I hate to see them fight, especially when I can't leave the room. I'll distract one while you talk to the other so that they don't overhear. Maybe we can make this right.
In here.
Oh, fun.
Be quiet.
Salutations, what's next? What's on your mind? These carvings are based on... You think I'm being too harsh on Lucia, don't you? Yeah, you are making assumptions. I appreciate your forwardness. I suppose you might be correct. I've assumed she's wrong without any evidence, and this isn't the first time. I've been so focused on other people not taking her seriously, I've done the same thing. I will entertain her theories, but I still want proof. Why don't you help her find proof? I suppose I could. If we work together, we may be able to discover more than we would have alone. Even if I will just be proving her wrong. Maybe you'll find out she's right. Ha! Preposterous. Yeah, that it didn't. Still, at least I'm approaching this scientifically. If we could eliminate one possibility, perhaps we can find one we both agree on. Any idea about this puzzle? So the carvings I mentioned. They seem to represent different things I've seen on ancient human maps. There's a pillar with flames bursting out the top and a small house in a grassy field. I couldn't quite remember the one in the middle. Hopefully that helps you solve it.
At least try to be more respectful of my time.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you might be a
Hello.
ghost.
What's on your mind? Those eggs appear suspiciously familiar. I'm so sorry. I'm so upset with Kalari, I can barely focus on these amazing antiquities. What are you fighting about? I may have theories, but I never claim they're 100% correct. I'm simply here looking for evidence. Kalari is looking to be proven right. It's kind of the same thing. I don't understand why she gets like this. She might feel like you don't have proof. She does not have proof that I am wrong, yet she seems certain in that assumption. It's no more scientific of an approach than my theories. Despite our difficult childhood, I still wish to believe there is magic in this world. I just want Kalari to share a little bit of that belief. I owe that to her. If she sees that there's really a bird whose eggs contain hundreds of smaller eggs, she might open her mind to the fact that anything is possible. You feel like you owe her? Why? As I've alluded to, our parents expected the utmost level of success from us. Eventually, they gave up on me and put twice as much pressure on Kalari. She thinks I don't realize what happened, but I do, and I've always felt guilty. She always feels like she has to protect me, but I'm the older twin. By 3 whole seconds. I should be helping her, and if I can get her to open her mind, maybe I can undo some of what I caused. Any idea about the puzzle? I appreciate you trying to help us. Maybe I can help you. I believe I do recognize those eggs. In the legend, Silverwings laid eggs in colors related to the elements, but not ones with yellow triangles. And those symbols. I once heard of a human statue that looked like the middle symbol. It was near the ocean. That might be connected in some way, right? I must begin theorizing. Best of luck solving the puzzle.
Let me know if you find any interesting who's-its.
Oh, God. Do you have anything
Anytime
else?
with Zeki is party time. Got some stuffs I need to take care of.
Okay, she said something about an ocean. In the middle.
Greetings.
What did you say? Different things I've seen on ancient human maps. There's a pillar with flames bursting up the top, and a small house in a grassy field. I can't quite remember the one in the middle.
Next time, you should pick a book on etiquette.
Okay. What is mirror? Yeah, didn't think so. Explore the temple. Can I loot these now? The egg is locked in place. Can I take this one though? The egg is locked in place. Damn. I need treasure. Okay. Nice Zelda E right here. Fly out of it. So this really does remind me of Zelda. Oh, it's boyfriend! Boyfriend's here. It's boyfriend. I'm so confused by all of this. In case you're wondering, I don't know what's going on, but this is the main quest. Okay. Huh. Door. Door can't use. Read. Another escape attempt proposed by the interns today. They believe they can take advantage of the Silverwings' tendency to travel by riding on each other's backs while migrating. Little do they realize our Silverwings have already skipped the usual migration pattern for the year. I suspect it is because they have nowhere else to go. It is admirable that the interns think there is something to go back to below us. I have given up that hope. This is our world now until it ends too. So foreboding. Okay. Up still? Can I even climb on this? Oh, there we go. Climbing. Mysterious treasure. Ancient wine barrel. Huh. Okay. Silverwing Study 411. A new crop of silverwing eggs in the nest today, all light blue. It's peculiar because they usually come in different colors based on the different types of flow. Red for pyroflow, yellow for aeroflow, green for terraflow, and deep blue for hydroflow. Is something amiss with flow? The coloring of these eggs almost suggests the absence of it. Of a more pressing concern, I heard one of the interns discussing eating the eggs this morning. They were immediately rebuked by our seniors. We have plenty of food. Between farming and catching cloud minnows, we should be set. I worry, though. It is beginning to seem like we may truly be stuck here for the long haul. It's already been 2 months. Ouch. Okay, there was one that was so much closer. To get on that? Nugnugs. Nugnug, you okay? You okay? Nugnugs, you want up here? Oh, okay. Well, come here, Nugnugs. Come on, front paws. Thank you. Alright, now I have a Nuggy in the lab. And a very jealous biscuit. And I need to find a way up. Right? Yeah. Okay. 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, that's cute. It's a golden egg. Looks to be something over there. Let's see, can I make it? There's an egg. I see an egg. Oh, warm silverwing egg. Interesting. You gotta find it. Yeah, I was going for the... No. No! There's a 52-meter one over there. I'm not gonna make it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Can I pin? Nope. Oh, but it tells you where all the eggs are at. I got that one. $43, $39, $38. Mysterious treasure. And there's another egg. I don't know what finding all the eggs will do, but I want them. And it does tell me where I'm at. Okay, big windmill. Still think I'm on the center island. Pretty sure. At least this doesn't cost stamina. is it every time I start doing things like this, like, my brain's like, oh, you need to eat. I think those are all downflows, maybe? Let's aim for that one. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I have very little faith. Oh, I made it. Where's the treasure chest? Here. Really? No, that's convenient. Okay, how high up is this going to take me? Not very high. Oh, but there's a uppy thing over there. Oh, teleporter. Okay. Oh, there's another egg. To the egg! Said I don't know what they'll give me. If I get anything. Yeah, I thought those were downdrafts. Huh. I mean, good to know that my suspicions were confirmed. Up there, huh? Is there a good way to get up there? I think I'm getting farther away. Okay, I'm actually pretty sure at this point there's a trick somewhere. just have to find it. Okay, well there's an updraft over here. Let's go see what this is. Okay, not a lot. Only gets me to this island. I wonder if I can cut that down. Nope, I didn't think so. I don't even know what the whole point of all this here is. Is it literally just to get over there? Is that's kind of what this is looking like. Is there one underneath me? There is. Okay. What? What? How? Oh, ladder. I didn't notice this last time. I don't think. Maybe. I barely remember. I did. I remember complaining about that. Let's just see if we can climb up here. Yeah. Got it. Didn't need to ride no wind currents. Get all sorts of confused. I'm up here. What do I do now? I don't know. Why is the water going crazy? I also don't know. But I made it. That's how I got over here to begin with. Okay, so now up those rocks I climb. Damn it. I already tried this. Any help would be sorely appreciated. Main story. The temple is thousands of feet in the air. Activate nearby flow gate so I can join you. Activate the main island's flow gate. I guess this is probably the main island, I would assume. So I need to go back. Or maybe that other one's the main island. But I found another egg. Maybe. Okay. So maybe that's where I need to go. Oh. Talk with Zeki.
Anytime with Zeki is party
Whoa.
time.
Next time warn me before teleporting me next to a cliff? What is this thing? Some kind of nest or something. It looks like it's hooked into the tech around here. What do you think it's for? Try asking the twins while I take a look. One of them might know something useful. See, I found this wine barrel. I wonder how long this has been aging. After a while, I heard it turns back into vinegar. Either way, Sifu will pay a pretty penny for it. Found these weird symbols. Earth, wind, fire, and water? That's a pretty good name for a band. I wonder if Chine would buy them. He likes this kind of stuff, right? I found this solid gold egg and nest.
Yeah.
Yummy! Bites egg, takes the egg out of mouth. Ow. Okay, it really is solid.
Gotta get back to my planning.
Okay, what do you have to
Is it a
say?
hoax? or
A floating
truth you have
fortress?
yet to discover.
What could the humans have been doing up here? Maybe something with a big nest? Perhaps it's almost assuredly a silverwing nest. Silverwings start out small, but they grow to tremendous sizes. Their nests are built with special trees that only grow on the bottom side of cliffs. Although this nest is quite dilapidated, it appears to be connected to that old human technology. Why would they be monitoring a nest like this? We should monitor this monitoring system for clues. We might be able to get it to work somehow.
Glad I was of help. Oh, goody. Another
Fascinating. It appears that flow device across the way is levitating these pieces of land. What is this place? By the looks of the carving, it is the last room. I'd say it's a human science outpost. I've heard of these before, although never one lifted into the sky like this. Humans had some archaic backup systems. To get the path across working again, we may need to restore the experiment. I wonder what actually occupied this nest. Perhaps we can find out. Let's see, I found a note about silverwing flocks. Flocking sounds like normal bird behavior to me. They ride other silverwings back when migrating. What? That seems unlikely, but I suppose it is possible as a way to allow them to rest without stopping. I wonder what that looks like. I found a note about silverwing eggs. Do tell, are what we found even silverwing eggs? Make them different colors. That's certainly unusual. I wonder what could be influencing that. Some sort of flow?
If I see so much as a single dog ear, you'll regret it.
Okay, Takuseki.
Working hard or hardly working?
What, did I drop something valuable? They think we need to fix up the nest. If those two think that's what we need to do, I trust them. We probably need to find some eggs. And, what else do babies need? Grimalkin babies sleep on a pile of gold so we can be trained to defend it early. Guessing these birds are a bit different. Maybe we should knock around this place a bit. We can figure it out. And hey, if you see any more flowstone gates, flip them on so we can reach you. Not all Gramelkin always land on their feet.
That's enough dilly-dallying for me. I'm not getting any younger
You find
here.
something? I found an egg.
Ooh.
Thanks, kid. I was thinking I needed a snack. It's for the nest. Oh, right. I bet more of these will fill that thing up. Although, I wouldn't mind some extras.
Got some stuffs I need to take care of.
Okay, well at least now I guess I can activate the other little portal things I've been finding. Let's see, this one was not necessarily easy to reach, but easier, I think. Activate the island's flow gate. I'm here. What more activation do you need? Are you trying to get down, Max? Look at Nate's down. Oh, the nug nugs. There you go. Are you doing okay? okay. I think those would be okay. Okay. So I know that there's one right here. Oh, I can't pin anything. Doesn't tell me where I'm at. Well, let me activate it. There's uppy roots. This human civilization was insane. This is how they got around. Like, I don't even know where I am. I assume I'm here. That's for the exit, I bet. Oh, there's a way up. Okay. No, I didn't make it. I'm just ever so slowly falling. Oh well. Oh, because that's a downdraft. Okay. I was over there thinking it's an updraft. Avoid that. No, thank you. Okay, I know that there is a egg around here. There. The egg is there. The egg is not here? What? The egg is there, okay. Alright. And then there's Oh, there's an egg all the way over there. Okay, we'll aim for that one. Quest updated. I didn't do anything. Oh,
Seen anything worth investigating?
oh, good to see you. What do you think of this place? It is spectacular. Look, the windmills are attracting ancient flow bugs. I can't believe they're real. I actually can't. It's an ancient flow bug. If my theories are correct, they're a symbolic creature that forms a psychic link with Silverwing eggs. Their butts give off pure flow. Their butts give off pure flow energy, and the heat can also cook a chapa masala to the exact perfect temperature. Perhaps we need to harness the flow bug's psychic energy. If we can capture some of the flow bugs and bring them to the nest, it may trigger the sensor. Here, take these, they should help you out.
Let me know if you find any interesting who's-its.
Flow bugs. Catch 6. Okay. Alright, let's try that again. Yeah. Today someone suggested trying to train the Silverwings to carry a wagon of us down to the surface. The largest Silverwing at the facility is certainly strong enough to pull off that feat, but I fear what we may discover down there. It's been nearly 200 days we've been stuck here, and I no longer see the lights of civilization beckoning through the clouds. There's only darkness in its place. Our people may truly be gone. Okay. There's an updraft. I think that's like a glow bug that or flow bugs she was referring to. Okay, there's supposed to be oh wait, there's more. I don't think I can reach that. That's not reachable. There's another one? Hmm. Yeah, but seriously, there's supposed to be a egg over here. There it is. Three. There's three right there. Okay, I read that. Okay, in theory, don't have to go over there. Okay, that was pretty fun. How am I supposed to get that? I even supposed to get that? Things are getting tense. The generator flared for a few minutes today. They were able to bring it back online by adding some of the Silverwing's feathers to the mix. As I mentioned in Study 100, Silverwing's feathers are naturally laden with the flow. I noticed the ones we added today had a much lower concentration than the ones from that study. Oh, Phoenix, are you still watching over us? Are we truly alone? But I need to find a way up there. Do I actually? I got that one. Oh, I guess I don't. But over there, I believe, yeah. And those little bugs. Oh, did I just see a chest? I did. A million-year-old steak dinner sounds delicious. Okay, but where is the egg? Oh, there it is. Okay, so we got that one, that one, that one, and that one. Just need to go get that one right there. I believe. What would that one be?
Got any new theories?
Hello? I found a note about Silverwing feathers. Oh, do share what it said. They contain special types of flow. So magical, just not quite as magical as I thought. Great find, even if it isn't as amazing as I hoped. I caught the bugs. Wonderful, wonderful. These are fascinating to look at up close. Maybe Kalari can keep one of them as a reading light. Pink light is good for one's imagination. It'll be perfect for her to read through my write-up of the Silverwing's magical abilities once I'm proven right. I shall take these back to the main island. See you there.
Glad I was up.
See how many eggs I've done. Is this the main island? That's the main island.
ignorant stop
Salutations, what's next? I found a note about Silverwing strength. Let me guess, that of a normal bird. They can lift an entire wagon. Perhaps that is above average after all. Still, not as exaggerated as Lucid described.
A curious mind can be wonderful or terrible.
Time's money.
Didn't think that was how I'd spend my day. Think I found enough eggs.
Yeah.
We did it. Nice work, pal. Don't look at me like that. Watching over these is half the work.
That's enough dilly-dallying for me.
Yeah, so just that one for the other twin. Okay, so I need to get back up there. I bet I can. Right, these. It's 2 in the morning. Those are all downdrafts. That's an updraft. Bitch, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't know. Maybe. We'll find out. Coffee.
Be quiet.
This place is so peculiar. What do you think of this place? It is wonderful, although there's some strange cloud coverage around here. This island must be connected to the experiment somehow. Maybe we need to get food for the soon-to-be hatchlings. Where are you gonna find food up here?
Remember, I'm always
Find a source of
watching.
food on the island. And of course there's no help. More and more silverwings have flocked to the facility every day. They've begun forming a massive nest around the Aeroflow facility. What could be drawing them? Theory 1, they prefer high altitudes. I've never seen them from the ground. Theory 2, they prefer being close to Aeroflow. I've witnessed flow bugs gathering near their nest, accelerating the growth of their eggs. Theory 3, they prefer the proximity to the puruscence clouds in the facility, which house numerous cloud minnows. Needless to say, we've looked up sensors to the nest in the hopes of finding an answer soon. Okay. Let's find a source of food. What if I can fish? Yep. I can't. That was the answer? Fishing? Yeah. Fishing was the answer. Oh, do I only get one per pool? So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I bet that's the case. What happens if I get another? Huh, I can't. I can get additional eggs. Okay. Let's see, where was that pool? I think it's right there where it has like a little fishing symbol. I don't know what somebody just put into the server's chat. Let's see. Among Us Guild ordered Ord D4 flattered. 11 gold ores. I don't know. It's alright. I don't need to know. I'm up here doing whatever this is. Okay. I'd catch 3 more of these. Set to over there and over there. So we'll go for that one next. That was weird. Okay. Alright, now we just need to get the one off the side of the cliff. Not that I see any. Maybe on the other side of this waterfall. Yee. Look at me, I'm so good. I remember being over here. Alrighty. Got our 4. Yeah, forget exactly how I got back, so I'm just gonna do what I think was intended right here. Okay. And then go talk to the lady.
Be quiet.
I got these fish from some clouds. Incredible, these are ancient cloud minnows. Today's mud minnows were rumored to have descended from them. I thought they were just legend, and yet here we are, a formerly extinct species in the flesh. We need to get riding. Nobody will believe this. You sound kind of like a Louisa right now. Nonsense. I have simply seen evidence and adapted my viewpoint. Did not immediately start making up rumors that these fish can vomit up paradoxal time traveling worm. If she can find evidence of the Silverwings having magical abilities, I will adopt my viewpoint then. Although I assume she will not. I suppose I will find out in a soon? Alright. I'll return to the nest with these fish and meet you there. Okay. Do I still have that quest for treasures? Yeah, I do.
Seen anything worth investigating?
Let's see. Kalari really liked the ancient flow bugs. We got to study them a bit together before adding them to the nest. I'm already writing up a research paper in my head. It's a shame I can't keep one for her or one for myself, but the Silverwings need them. I found a note about Silverwing habitats. Really, where can I find more of them? They usually only live at the highest altitudes. They live in volcanoes on the moon. Plenty of regular birds do that. I'm not sure I'd call it magic. I certainly wouldn't say they fly all the way up to space, which I have in the past.
So many mysteries, so little time.
Try not to break stuff.
I found more eggs. Wait, more? Keep scooping up any you see. Maybe we'll be rewarded. If not, free eggs. I think the nest is fixed up. You thought right. The twins got it all put together. I'm going to put this last egg in and it should light this whole baby up. And hopefully take us to some treasure. Here we go.
Ooh,
Bam! Look at that. The wind gust is going right to the final island.
got some stuffs I need to take care of.
Okay. It really wants me to do that quest. Alright, I'm actually going to take a little bit of a break here. Well, a little bit more of a break. I'm going to eat. I'm going to go get lunch, dinner. I'm going to go get food, do some other stuff, and I'll be back on later. Yeah, and we'll finish this up, hopefully. 'Tis the goal at any rate. Alrighty. So, good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever time you are in, and I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.